of my physical disability, which is hemophilia. You gotta know Christ. You got to know Him. You gotta know the one who can give you everything. And if you have not love, you have not joy.
In Office with DR.JEVON Samuels.
Welcome to another episode of In Office. I am DR.JEVON Samuels. Here we talk about life, sickness and death. Today, the sickness that we'll be talking about is hemophilia, and here we have a patient with the condition, and his name is Mr. Aaron Banner.
Yes.
Welcome. Nice to have you, sir. Alright? So, hemophilia is a genetic disorder in which the blood is not able to clot as it should. So, persons tend to bleed longer than a normal person. For example, they will have bleeding in their joints. For example, the knee joint. They might have gum bleed, bleeding in the nose, and also bleed from the GI tract, such as the rectum, or bleeding in the urine. All right. So hemophilia is a defect of one of the factors. We know that in order for the blood to clot, we have several factors which work in accordance with the platelets that help the blood to clot whenever we get a cut or any major trauma. All right. And so in particular, I have two major types. We have Haemophilia A and we have Haemophilia B. My guest here has Haemophilia A, which is a deficiency in factor 8 of the clotting cascade. Alright? It's a disease that mainly affects male more than female. We know that a male would have an X and a Y chromosome, while a female would have two X chromosomes. So it's a recessive condition in which it's when the gene show up in the X chromosome that the disease will manifest. So females are predominantly carriers of the disease, and disease mainly shows up in male. Alright? Now, Mr. Banner, now talking about hemophilia. Let's start from the beginning. It's a genetic disease, so you have it from birth, but when did you start to have symptoms?
Yeah, as early as infancy, I started feeling the pain and bleeding, which is internal. So from within those time growing up, as a child, I discovered that I had such symptoms.
Okay, so what had happened then? You had cuts that were taking long to heal, or they bled for a long time, or you had swelling of the knee joints or other joints?
Yeah, during those times, what I have personally experienced is that the bleeding, because of as you were saying previously about the clotting factors,
yeah,
it take a longer time to heal because of the deficiency in the blood. So I normally get treatment to speed up the process.
Okay, alright. So at kindergarten or primary school, what are some of the issues that you were having in terms of how you were different from other children at school that were able to play sports normal? How was your life impacted at that time from school days?
Yeah, well, my main purpose is that I had a very difficult time in sports because of the vigorous activities. So normally I would have been very reserved in certain aspects of school life because of my physical disability, which is hemophilia.
Oh, so you were able to play football, cricket, track and field like other kids? Oh, so you were... Well, what happened when you tried to play those sports? Are you specifically told that you should not?
Yeah, I was specifically forewarned not to play certain sports, as well as if I independently try to play,
yes,
I would have normally have some type of like swelling because of the
swelling of where?
Of the
joints,
mainly because of the bleeding. And furthermore the pain that comes with the bleeding.
Okay, so pain and swelling of especially the knee joint. So in terms of the treatment that you'll be having, so you have to get frequent admission, because the treatment for hemophilia is not really like taking a tablet. Alright, you have to actually be admitted at the hospital and be given specific treatment. We don't want to share with the viewers some of those treatments that they probably got and how often we were admitted for these treatments.
Yeah. So historically, when I was having such ordeal, I normally would have gotten like something that comes from the plasma, known as prior precipitation, or which is, could I say, something which is vastly improving in this time and age, which is factor 9,
Yes.
right? Coming from factor 8, which clot the blood at a high rate,
Faster.
yeah, than the regular prior precipitation.
Okay. So on average, how long were you admitted at hospital on each occasion for the
Well,
bleeding to stop?
Yeah,
Then the pain to get pain free.
yeah. So during those time, based on my assumption, I don't want to give a wrong detail.
Yes.
Detail, but I give an estimation probably over 6 times.
For 6 times per year.
Per
And then
year.
for each admission, how many days were you admitted for?
Well, in those times, growing up through infancy, it would have been like sometime 25 days.
You were admitted at the hospital.
Yeah.
So this must have affected your school life a lot. You must have been, so if it's 6 times per year and you would have absent like even sometimes up to 20
At
days.
least 6 times per year.
And at least 20 days in hospital, that would have been, you would have missed school a lot. So how did this
Why
affect
so?
your grades? How did you do in school?
Yeah, during those times, this had a profound impact on my academical life, because we have to have time to study, and you cannot study if you are not well. You understand?
It affect your studies,
Yeah.
and also affect your attendance at school.
As well, yeah.
Good. So in terms of grades, how well did you do like at secondary school? In terms of, did you were able to pass subjects and matriculate into university? Or?
Well, I had an unfortunate experience, right? So, because of this bleeding, right, I was not able to perform at the maximum level. However, I was able to pass at least one subject, I guess because of my characteristic, you understand? So, the religious education, so
Okay.
this was actually my, I would say, success religion.
Okay, so since you have graduated from high school, were you able to like get a skill or get jobs or to support?
Yeah, during those time, frankly, I had obtained a couple of jobs. It's just that it was like part-time.
Part-time.
Yeah, not at the level in which I would say I was fully employed. Okay. And based on the challenges, it was on and off occasionally.
Okay. I understand that you had some training in the food industry as a chef, right?
Yes.
Good. So, were you able to seek employment in that field?
Yeah, when I did the food preparation at Archer CNTA, I did actually it was a friend of mine who invited me where he was working, and I had a experience, an on-the-job experience at some stage.
Okay. Alright. So tell me about like social life, how it affect your social life. Were you able to get married, have a family and so forth?
Yeah, regarding the matrimony, I had family regarding my ex
Yes.
before I got divorced, and I actually have one child, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you able to support your child properly? Or you're having issues because you're unable to work consistently?
Yeah, because of the ongoing experiences, I was not able to fulfill my obligation in the way I ought to. However, I try to make it my priority to actually play some part, some segment in my child's life. If it's even to give an advice,
Okay.
to be around the child, etc.
Okay. All right. And so, in terms of the cost of the treatment, apart from the excessive hospital admission, not being able to work, etc., is there any like finance money that you have to find to help a part of the treatment, or is that's all covered by the government system here in Jamaica?
Well, there's an advantage and a disadvantage to this whole medical aspect. However, I had, during the present circumstance, help from the governmental structure of the medical field, since it is free of cost.
Okay.
Particularly at Kingston Public Hospital. So that's where I would get my medication and my overall checkup.
So since you're not able to work consistently, do you have like siblings or other family members or friends that help you out financially? Not
Well,
much.
yeah. Well, this also varies because most of my family had migrated.
Okay.
However, I've like, even despite of the migration, I have certain persons that actually assist me with asset, you understand, but it is not sufficient sometimes because of the the problem with the economy
And cost of living.
cost of
Alright.
etc.
Now I understand that you had a brother that actually had hemophilia. Well, you have two brothers. One died unfortunately, and another brother that's alive, right? And both of them, well, one have hemophilia as well, right? So, and they have similar challenges that you're having, all right? And what age did your brother pass with hemophilia? At what age?
Around age 7, I
Seven.
will put the figure at.
Okay, so he died from age 7. Alright. Very sorry to hear about that, alright?
Thanks very
Alright,
much.
So is there any support group for hemophilia in Jamaica? Like any support group, other persons with hemophilia? What are some of the stuff that they are doing? Are they having similar problems obtaining jobs and getting a trade similar to you? Or what's the issue?
Well, based on my analysis of such empiricals regarding those that I have met, some have worse experience than what I have,
Okay,
or what I had,
yes,
or even what I'm having right now.
okay,
But as I have discovered, because of the persistency, some of them overcome regarding the financial struggles of life. The reservoir of problems that we face sometimes in this world, because of their persistency, their ambition, you understand, never to quit
okay.
despite of such adversity.
Oh. Alright, so a part of this program is to try and hear out from the patients with these chronic illnesses if they need any financial assistance, so we can appeal to the viewers. Alright, so what are some of the assistance or plans that you have going on now? Right?
Yeah, well, frankly, I try my best to become independent, right? It's just that there's an old proverb which I always use to encourage myself, which is no one is an island and no one stands alone. So it's very important that I remember these things, to have people come on board in helping, especially where the monetary segment is, because I'm not able to work as the average person, and if I get like assistant, then I could probably perform better.
Alright, but now tell the viewers specifically in the short term what you want some assistance with now. Like the driver's license you're telling me about, etc. Talk about those stuff.
Yeah, sure, my aspiration is quite simple. I thought within myself that if I get like help in obtaining a driver's license, this or that is to say, learn to drive, I could become an entrepreneur. The possibility would have been endless. I could probably do a taxi type of route under
Deliverer.
or distribution through a firm or organization. And this would have helped me a great deal because, you know, this is one way in which I could help myself. As well as there's a thing that I love, which is part of my hobby, music, right? But I will go into that some other time. And third, which is also a huge part of my hobby, is animation, artistic endeavors. So if I get help within these, for example, I am making an animation but is in a project format.
Okay.
If I get like investors to come on board, you understand, and assist me, I could probably make this a dream come true.
Okay.
And just to give a little hint regarding such thing, it's really centered around a particular character, which is myself, Aaron Banner,
Yes.
showing his love for the medical personnel, using analogies so to teach people that we must work together as one, and for the generation that is coming to inspire those to become like ourselves
Okay.
for a better world.
I know you said the music aspect is the next time, but so how far are you in the music? Do you have a song you can share with the viewers?
Yeah,
Or
sure.
you want to sing over a song that the viewers may know to hear the voice to check if you have talent?
Definitely. I have a song which I have originated by the name Christ is Calling, so I could let you hear a sample of it. It's actually a rapping in terms of the beginning, so it goes like this. Christ is calling, calling. Christ is calling, calling. Yes, He is. Christ is calling, calling, calling you. Hello, you people, hey yo. 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 You gotta know Christ. You got to know Him. You gotta know the one who can give you everything. And if you have not love, you have not joy. You need to know the one who's the mother of them all. The glitter and the glamour you desire to have. The word about the soul which is more precious than gold. Christ is calling, calling. Christ is calling, calling. Yes, He is. Christ is. So this is just a sample of the song which I've originated by the name Christ is calling, calling.
Okay. Alright, well viewers, you hear Mr. Banner that he has some talent here, just need to work on. Alright, so remember that, please remember to assist. We have the contact information on the screen, so you can feel free to assist where possible to contact us if you need to assist Mr. Banner with any financial or kind cash or kind. Okay. Also, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment on this video, and take care until the next episode. Thank you. Peace.
Be sure to subscribe for more informative content on life, sickness, and death.